lovers. Today we will be painting a beautiful sunrise scene in which we have a water body, and then we have the sky, we have a rising sun, and then we have a boat which is casting its reflection. It's a very nice setting. The key to beauty of this landscape is in its simplicity and in its gradient of color. So basically we'll start with a very deep blue kind of color, which comes down to a more orangey color, and then again when it hits the water, it will start again from the orangey color, it will go to yellow, and from yellow it will transition to blue. So one thing to keep in mind is that when we are painting the blue color and then we are going from blue to yellow, there might be a area where we will see green. So to avoid that, we will be using a transition color. So basically what we will do is we'll mix blue with a little bit of crimson color, and then that will become our transition color. From there, when we move from that crimson and blue combination color to yellow, then the yellow will not look that odd. And let's start painting, and you will see the technique in which I will be painting. So let's get started. So folks, for this demonstration I am using a block which is an Arches cold press block, and this is 180 GSM paper, and I am using first of all these two flat brushes, and these are local flat brushes which I got it from my local store. So these are Taklon brushes, very soft and ideal for watercolor work. So what we will do is first we will be putting we will first wet the paper. So we will generously apply water. Make sure your brush is not having any residual color. In my case I had a little bit of pink color, but that's okay. So I am putting good quantity of water. I am using the fat brush. So I am using, why I am applying water, basically it is to allow the color to properly transmit down. So we want a nice gradient. So for the gradient, whenever we are painting gradient, so what happens is if it is already wet, if the paper is already wet, then it causes for a nice flow. The color flows beautifully. So that is the reason we are doing it. I am leaving the section of the boat because the boat is not actually completely blue color. But what I feel is if we go and do the boat also in blue color, it will still look okay, but I am leaving it as it is. I am leaving the boat. Why? Because there are a few highlights that I want to retain in the boat. Again I am going to put some water. So first and foremost, I already put one coat of water. Now I am putting the second layer of water because we want it to be properly wet. Okay, and be a little fast here because the moment we are wetting the surface and coming down, it's drying. Okay, be careful for not putting water on the boat surface. Now we will start painting. So first what we will do is we'll mix some ultramarine blue. We'll mix some ultramarine blue and a little bit of burnt sienna together to have this nice, a little dark blue color. It looks very dark here, but when we apply it will look good only. So we'll first put a nice even coat of this blue, and we will let it come down. And then, as I said, we will mix another batch of color with ultramarine blue. Yeah, with ultramarine blue and a little bit of crimson color. And a little bit of more water because we want this color to be a little lighter. So this is our transition color, and from there we will just apply some water here because we want the color now to fade. Now this region is where we will be using a combination of, we'll be using Naples yellow and mix with a little bit of orange color. So Naples yellow and orange color mixed together. I will take a little bit of water and then I will put this color over here. So this will be our transition color. The same color we will come down. We'll take a little bit more Naples yellow, mix a little bit of more orange color to it, and in the middle section, the horizon, we will put this orange color. And so as we come down, this color is going to become less saturated and a little more lighter. So I will put this color now and allow this color to come down. As you see, the color has gone little inside the boat. That's okay, don't worry about it. And again, now we will go with our transition color, which is the blue mixed with a little bit of crimson, just a little bit of crimson. So this becomes our transition phase. So it goes like that, and till here. It will come down like that. Now we will mix a little bit more darker color because as it comes down, this color will become more darker in nature. So we'll take a little bit more dark color like the blue mixed with a little bit of burnt sienna, and we'll put this dark color here, and we'll slowly, go upwards and give this a nice hazy feel. We'll go up and give this a nice feel. And the transition color, what I was talking about, that same transition color, you build it over here. Just make sure it doesn't have a hard edge anywhere. So just be very gentle in your strokes. Yeah. Because the paper is set in an angle, so starting from the top, the water is coming in the bottom direction. So it just follows the law of gravity. So water is going to come down, and while it is coming down, it is going to create that nice gradient effect that we are talking about. So we'll let this thing dry. Just try to merge this thing. So here we have a blotch of color, so just smoothen it out. Here also just smoothen it out. We will later come and paint this thing. So we will first dry this thing. Once we dry this thing, we will go with the next stage. So friends, I'm back with this painting. So now our gradient color that we applied has completely dried. As you can see, there is no boundary that can be seen. So it starts with a nice blue sky, goes to the transition color to the yellow, to the orange, then slowly it comes back again, the same kind of transition from yellow, it slowly goes to the transition color, then to the dark blue. So this portion has to be darker as compared to this one, because the water in itself has its own little bit of color because of the underneath algae and all. So now we are done. So now I am back with my Camel brush. So this is a Camel Artist brush which they have come up with. Very nice quality brush. So now what I will do is, um, first and foremost I will take out the sun. So what I will do is, first I will make sure that my brush doesn't have any residue, and then I will apply water on this portion, on the sun, the portion where I painted sun. So I will be basically lifting color. So I will put some water. I will put some water here, and I will try to make this white. How? Because I am lifting the color. I am putting water, and then I am taking a tissue paper and lifting water from there. Now we will paint the background, foliage and trees in the background. So for that, like the mountain, there is a mountain that is visible. So first we will take a combination of colors, which is the Naples yellow and a little bit of orange color, and then I will paint it very lightly, like that. And when it goes closer to the sun, I will make it even lighter, and then I will apply some water. Now I will take this blue color and mix it with that same color and come out with a gray. So basically we are showing that the distant trees and whatever the mountains that you have a kind of a grayish tone, and the same thing will continue from here. So now I am using the same color that I have, but I will go reverse. Now I will paint the mountain on top, like that. So basically it will go like that, and then the same thing will actually come down as well on the water, on the water surface. So near the sun, so where we have the sun, right? So just make the area like the mountains and trees, everything, it should look as if it is glowing. So I have put some orange color over there, and then I'm blending that same orange color on to the sides. That's it. Okay, so then what we will do is we'll put a blue line here, a little bit on the bluish side. Why? Because that will show as if it's a kind of tree foliage. Just don't go near the sun. Just try to go near the sun, but not on the place where the sun is there. Do the same thing over here, and then just take it a little much. Okay, and the same thing now, what we will do is we will take some red and some red color and some blue color, and mix them together, add some water. So this will form the basis of the reflection of the mountain. Just try to follow the shape of the mountain as you are going. Mix a little bit more orange here. It's like that. And again you start from here. Just leave this portion near the sun, and we will just go and make the mountain on the other side as well. Near the sun, you know, it's always better to use a combination of orange and Cambodge yellow. So what we will do is just take this two colors, orange and Cambodge yellow, and try to showcase as if this area is glowing. Okay, and then you know what we need to do is a little bit, we have to make this border a little fuzzy. That's it. Now we'll let it dry because we need to put some more warmth on in this belt. So we'll let it dry and we'll come back and paint that. In this particular portion where we have the sun, so basically it will have a little bit more warmth. So what I am doing is I'm painting around the sun. I'm leaving the sun as it is, leaving the sun as a bright blob, and then I'm painting over here, and then I'm taking water and then just brushing it up. I'm taking some water and just going over the top, and then I will take the big brush and I will just brush it up, because I don't want to have any edges or anything like that. So we'll take a little bit more orange here, and this orange will form kind of halo over here. That is very necessary. Yeah, like that. So from here till here, and because there is water on the top, so basically it will come down and it will form a very nice gradient sort of thing. The same thing we have to apply on this portion also. So first I will apply some water. I will take the big brush and apply water, and I have to be a little quick here. I have to be a little quick, otherwise the effect and the gradient will all get dirty. So I have just applied little bit of water, and then now what I will do is I will take that same orange color and I will apply it to mix a little bit more orange. Apply it here like that on both the sides. Take a little bit more. I'll have to apply it from both the sides, and near the sun we'll have to mix it with a little bit of gamboge hue, and then mix it with a little bit of gamboge, and then I have to apply here like that. Yes. Okay, so that actually brings this thing to life. Just brush it off from here so that it forms a nice gradient. Then take a tissue paper and then just try to make a halo in this, like some aura is coming out. Same thing we have to do here. We have to actually take out some water, some paint, and just to create a sort of aura. Then we will let this dry, come back, paint the foreground thing, and it will get over. Thank you. So friends, let's start with the painting of this boat. So we will start with orange color. Let's mix orange with a little bit of Naples yellow here. So, and a little bit of burnt sienna. So basically orange, burnt sienna and Naples yellow together. A little more orangey and yellow. Okay, now we'll start with this portion, and this portion has wear and tear, so just try to create that kind of texture look, because this is a worn out and broken boat here, so try to give that feeling. Then I'm mixing orange and blue together for this kind of color. So I'm putting this color here. Now we'll take a little bit of green also to show that there is moss and lot of discoloration here. And we'll take a red color and blue color together, a little bit more blue for this portion. Yep. Okay, so here we can be a little more creative because this is a broken boat, and then this boat is going to cast a reflection which will be a little more dirtier. Okay, little bit more dirtier, and then okay, so basically there is a damage in the boat, so you see this reflection out here. And then leave it like that and just darken this portion. Mix the orange color with a little dark colors, and then do this particular portion here, the front portion, the front edge. That is going to have a little darkness to it. Then we'll take red color, which is vermilion, and then we'll mix it with a lot of water, and then we'll make this particular portion So basically there is a pinkish color, so I'm not using that color here. I'm using a little more desaturated color over here. Now we will give the definition and the shadows here. So first we will put the respective shadows on this wooden plank here. Then we have shadows over here also on these wooden blocks here, and this shadow will go like that. And then we have one more piece block over here. We have to put very dark color over here, so I'm mixing more blue, and then working on this particular thing over here. And then we will have one strong shadow portion over there, and then just be a little gentle, and then we'll have some portion over here which are the support structure of the boat. So those things, and there is a wooden plank here like that. Let's go this like that. Here also it will come like that. Now the orange portion on this side has to be made a little bit more darker. Why? Because we need this border to be very crisp, and it should show up nice and thin. So yeah, it should come like that. And again we'll take some more orange color, and this one will be orange color here. Okay, and then this one will be again a little bit orangey color according to our reference. I'm not completely following, but I'm just taking and making bits and pieces of things. Now on this portion we will have some nice dry strokes, because all these textures should show up in the reflection, because this is a reflection, so it should show up in the reflection. And it should show up like that. So this portion will be a little more darker. Just a minute. Let me mix dark brown, which is sepia color, with a little bit of blue and a little bit of red color. So yeah, this has to be very dark. So the darkest dark in this painting will be here. Come here and a little bit here. Okay, so done with the boat. Now we have to work on these masts, basically the support structure which hold the boat to the water surface, like that. For this stick, what we will do is we'll put a little bit of orange color, orange glow, because it is facing the sun. It should glow like that. That will give a nice feel of, basically, sense of the warmth of the sun. We'll take a little bit more orange, glow like that. Yeah. And then just mix in some more dark colors. Be very generous in mixing these dark colors. Then we will just make these dark sticks everywhere, wherever we can find them. And then mix a little bit more blue to it, make it a little bit more bluish, and then we will make a little bit more water is needed. Okay, then this one will come like that. Yeah. That's it. And then a few strokes, random strokes, like some algae and stuff like that are floating on this beautifully placid water. So that will basically make it a little more realistic, because this water is so still that it appears to be like a glass. It doesn't appear to me like water. But the moment we put these floating things a little bit, so it starts to feel like real water. Yeah. So basically we are almost at the end of this painting. So yeah, so I think you guys understood how we have done this very simple yet very challenging subject, because the beauty is in its cleanliness, the beauty is in the gradient, and for that you need to be very, very careful of the timing. And so I am pretty sure you guys understood the nuances of this painting, and you guys learned something good from me. So please write me some comments and let me know what are your thoughts about this painting, and give it a try. Thank you.